Where? I'm ugly and I'm proud.
Good! Say it!
I'm ugly and I'm proud. I'm ugly and I'm proud. This won't be a distraction to you.
Not at all, boy!
The animatronic characters here do get a bit quirky at night, but do I blame them?
Hi, I'm very ugly, but you should enjoy the movie anyway.
Hello, this is Gravity Without Context, and I'm here with my friends reading The Dirt and the Shit. Well, why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
Yo ho hoi, yo ho hoi, yo ho hoi hoi.
It's your boy Ultra of Toro Productions, and we are here reading The Dirt and the Shit. And next up after me is...
Hello everyone, this is Brother93 and I'm the fan of Steel, and if you remember last video, I was Doofenshmirtz.
Nobody cares. And?
Hi, bitches. This is me, Floppy. That's all you're gonna get.
So today we are reading the Return to Freddy's novel. I mentioned it in the last video. We would be reading the novel, if you can even call this novel. This is very.
This is a fan fiction. This ain't even a fan fiction. This is
This,
This is like bottom of the barrel DeviantArt fan fiction.
and it is written by Tyler Alstrom or something.
And his imaginary friend, Yenyu Koye.
And his other imaginary friend,
his insanity.
So,
to be precise.
if you remember last time, made an iceberg video based on this bullshit. Didn't really get into too much into the lore because this this book exists, and oh boy, do I have a good cringy treat for you.
Are you calling this a book, Nathan?
No, I'm not. No, it's bullshit.
The book
Well-
is technicality, and that's it. I refuse.
Without further ado, let's start reading. The Return to Freddy. The dreadful truth. Life is nothing but a butterfly's dream.
This ain't no dream, this is a fucking nightmare. That's what it is.
Chapter 1.
Are we sure this isn't about a different Freddy?
On March 25th of 1942, there was a secret Japanese government facility located on the other side of the world called Gilbert Facility. Godzilla crush it!
It's going to be called Gilbert.
Gilbert Gottfried Facility.
Send those fuckers into the stratosphere!
It was a hospital that held a secret project that was meant to save people from a severe
That must be what.
Can't
That must
Save
be
from a severe super cancer that was contagious.
That must be what Kryptonians die from.
I'm pretty sure that's explains this entire franchise.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
There was sadly no cure.
What the hell is that? Tumors!
However, on May of 1942, they had the idea of transferring one's soul from one body to an object or mechanism of any kind of their choosing. So they labeled it as the Save the Kids Project.
What?
Is Derek Savage and Tyler Alstrom working together?
No, I have a theory.
I'm curious.
I have a theory.
It sounds like his dirty work.
Derek Savage is Tyler Alstrom's estranged father.
No.
Wait, wasn't his father arrested for blowing up computers? Anyways, they had their technical engineers make some high-tech mechanical robots.
I'd rather have a cigarette.
That was hopefully able to handle a human soul. In 1942,
What an
This is
astounding product!
Hi! Welcome to Astounding Products. I'm your host, the guy in the sweater.
42 technology. Oh my god.
1942.
so they labeled 3 patients that had the disease were ever so willing to be part of the project and signed up for it. The 3 patients, patient 20, patient 48, and patient 69, were sent to the where the soul transfer would be in pursuit. Soul transfer would be in pursuit.
I'm still hung up on 59. That's the only funny part of this entire book.
That was one of the parts I edited.
Okay, so that's not in the book.
No.
But soul transfer be in pursuit. Grammar.
Yeah, we're in hot pursuit.
They were strapped onto the hospital bed for safety precautions. Oh.
Yeah, they might get up and start eating the pillow again.
And were knocked up with a shot so that they wouldn't feel anything during the process.
Yeah, it's called morphine.
You know, I feel like they threw away their shot with this one.
They really did. Unlike Sean here.
As they put the metal skull extractor tube on all 3 of their hearts and brains, the energy from their body began to drain as the soul began its transfer.
Wait a minute. They have 3 hearts and souls and brains inside of each of them?
There's 3 patients, you dumbass!
Tyler was the dumbass here, not me.
No, you're pretty dumb. Their heart rate began to drop fast and went straight onto a flat line. Right when the scientists thought the test was unsuccessful, the robots began to awaken and talk.
Just say they died already.
Plot twist, they
Test
actually
was
did.
successful, and the 3 patients have been saved from the super. having patient 20 in Fairy Tale Tie. That's just an insert for Tyler's persona.
Yeah,
Patient
we know.
48 put in Fairy Tale Polly, and patient 43 in Fairy Tale Sally. However, they didn't want this to happen to the 3 patients. They wanted them to have their organic forms rather than living in metal bodies. Then what the fuck was the point of the whole experiment?
I have a real question here. Why would you choose to put your body inside an ugly-looking animatronic robot when you can have it inside a mecha war machine to, I don't know, win World War II, which is when it was happening in 1942?
This was before the... What the fuck?
So they were in the middle of
Oh,
a war, and
But there was no other choice they had. There was a liquid antidote they were working on, but they feared it would make the virus worse than it already was. So they didn't bother running tests with it just yet. It was called Code Radslut.
Oh, the silly gamer Bowser juice.
Radslut!
You took the words out of my mouth. Next time, let me make a joke.
On January 4th of 1943.
Let me say something about this Tyler Hellstrom. The She-Hulk writers are better than you.
No, he's on the sheet.
That's kind of harsh, Connor.
Yeah, the sheet.
I'm serious. They write their show is ass, but they write better than him for some reason. I never thought.
I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. He was probably only like 15 or 16.
I wrote better stories at 15 and 16.
We all have.
That's not the plug! That's...
On January 4th of 1943, the owner of the Gilbert facility was very ill. Eli, the son of Gilbert, was there with his father, who later passed away from old age.
If these don't look good to you, I got nothing to say to you.
They look pretty good. They look kind of burnt. Or did you like drop them in dirt
Is
or
it
something?
burnt? Did I drop it in dirt? No. Grow up.
No, it was from the Super Ebola.
Before his death, Gilbert said he had wanted to live on for eternity, so that he would be there as people were being saved from the virus. You mean super cancer?
Wait a minute, cancer's not a virus.
I'm sorry.
We don't even
know.
We don't even have a cure for cancer, so.
No, I'm sorry. This isn't as bad as no. This is worse than the writers of WandaVision.
So Eli had an idea. It would use the soul transporter that they invented a year ago on his father, and had the scientists working at Gilbert facility help him make a machine that would provide energy like no other, and keep him mech robots.
Real question though, if these are supposed to be a Japanese scientist, who the heck is Gilbert?
That's not a
Godfrey.
Japanese name.
Gilbert Godfrey.
Up and running so that the 3 patients and many others would stay alive and not shut down. On July 17th of 1943, the machine was finished at last. They had the father's body put onto the hospital bed, and the machine hooked up to a bunch of computers and monitors, putting as much knowledge, power, and energy into the machine as possible. They wouldn't tell whether this would work or not, since the father was already dead. What the
This makes no sense.
This makes no sense whatsoever.
They just didn't care!
It's the return of Freddy, this one. But suddenly, the machine was activated on its own, had a voice, a mind of its own, It was beautiful creation they had accomplished.
No, I'm sorry.
Are we sure
Being
this?
insane.
Are we sure this isn't just the turkey machine from Thanksgiving 3?
Here we go!
Master, all mine! Sector 1, Pluxo. Fucking go. Sector 2, starting zone. Stopping complete. Sector 3, closing zone.
I think it is.
On
Frankenstein, but
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. This ain't no MCU Disney project writing. This is worse than Nostalgia Critic.
that's an
On
insult to the
September of
story.
1943, the open facility had received a call from America. Aren't you at war with them?
Yeah, you're in Japan. Should you be at war?
The person behind the line had a very unsettling voice.
My name is Steve Bloom. I've been a voice monkey for...
Shut up, Steve Bloom!
As if he was looking into an inside job, he asked about the machine and its power and what it would cost to purchase such a device from them. Eli said that it wasn't for sale, and have a nice day. As Eli hung up, he felt uncomfortable with the person he was just talking onto the phone with.
In America! You mind if I read this next part?
When Eli hung up on the head boss of the mafia drug house, he was pissed. He wore a big red trench coat, blue jeans, and a white fedora. He told the game, "Pack your bags! You're going to Japan!" As the gang members packed their bags and booked a flight I don't think you can get a one-way flight to fucking Japan in 1943.
No, you couldn't because you would be shot down before you even got there.
They had devices on their own that they had created that would disguise any weapons and metal objects as safe anonymous objects. This is 1943, you fucking...
Fucking pains in the ass. It's just...
Chapter 2.
We're already at the second chapter.
In Japan.
Chapter.
In Japan, when the flight landed, the gang tracked down where the cellular communications were coming from. And headed towards the phone call's location. He called Ellie and gave him a warm, welcoming message before he would strike. As he called, Ellie picked up the phone. Ellie asked who was calling, and Allison replied with, "Hey buddy, it's me, remember?
You declined my offer, and it was going to be millions. Something that would be worth using to upgrade your tech, but instead, I'm left with a decline. You know how much I hate offers that are declined."
Then Allison hung up and sent his team of gang members in the this is horrible.
Very horrible. No, I'm sorry. This ain't even nostalgic anymore. This is
the gang used the
This is Super Mario Logan levels of bad.
That's an insult to Super Mario Logan.
Hello? Would you look at it? If it isn't my twin brother Junior. How's it going, bruv?
Oh, well, Dad said my twin brother was coming and I've never met you before, so what's your name?
Name's Nigel, but not like the Thornberries.
The gang used the tech that they had to shut off all the lights in the Gilbert facility. As Eli was just about to escape the office funnel transformer door shut on him and locked him in. Totally not 1943 levels of technology.
No, this is definitely technology they could never make in 43. I thought Captain America was kind of far-fetched.
The narrator walks up to the window of the office and stares at Eli deep into his eyes with despair. Eli panics as he starts pounding his fists on the windows and door, but it was no use. The narrator says,
No one declines a good offer. So, as a thank you for dragging my ass down here, I'll take what will rightfully be mine. Have fun dying alone like Tyler Elstrom. I'll be sure to send a goodbye gift by shutting down your facility and your project to save everyone.
Oh, yeah.
What?
I am not following this anymore. What the heck?
What is this bullshit?
As toxic gas starts to release from the air vents. In the office and being trapped in there, Eli finds it harder and harder to breathe. As he screams for help, no one can hear him since the building was evacuated and several scientists were shot to death.
Oh, what a cool thing!
He's basically just Walter Whiting them.
Pretty much.
Their eyes being minced? Their eyes being minced?
Probably at this point, but it looks like...
And bodies being hung for the world to see. What?
What is this? I'm lost track of where we are.
Eli's vision blurs.
I remember correctly, Joel. I think we're still in Japan.
Eli's vision blurs out as his heart slowly stops and drops to the floor dead. As the gang walks out the doors of the Gilbert facility, Allison finds an interesting anecdote.
Facility, we're in Sicilia. Wait, Sicilia.
Sicilia. I fucked up saying facility and I just ran with it.
Sicilia. Great ass.
It was labeled code Radsla, but description said that an antidote being one for tests that is supposed to cure super cancer virus. Super cancer.
Josh Justin and Jeffrey are all dead.
But has side effects like itchy throat, lightheadedness,
mortality.
not 90% mortality. Where's the other 10?
So the other 10.
How is somebody 90% and more? Like that doesn't make sense to me. Can you still get killed?
That's not what 90% mortality means. It means 90% you're gonna die.
And loss of sperm. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you're really gonna lose the sperm.
Okay.
That means no children for you.
The 90% immortality made him want to take it, and he did, putting it in his coat pocket. The gang escaped on time before the police had arrived to investigate the crime scene. As the gang headed back to the airport a week later to fly back to America, Allison decided to quickly drink half of the Code Ratsla bottle, leaving half the bottle left just in case.
Question though, why would it be police if it's a Japanese facility during World War II being attacked by American mobsters?
Certainly the whole fucking army would be hunting your ass down.
Yes, because your nation is at war with the nation that you just attacked, but I'm still caught up on why is it called Gilbert Facility?
That's not even a Japanese name!
No,
It's obviously Gilbert got
not even the Japanese respect Tyler Ostrom. In America! Now that the gang had a hold of the machine, they now had full control over the business. They wanted to make loads of money, and they had an idea to run business known as Fazbear Inc. What?
Why?
It's a money laundering scheme. They wanted to make Fazbear Inc. a manufacturing facility where they made animatronics of their own and create businesses across America that were for children's entertainment. You're a drug mafia! But this wasn't for kids, this was for money! And this was easy money for Allison and the gang to make. I don't think pizzerias or children's entertainment make that much, dick.
I mean, just look at Chuck E. Cheese.
Apparently,
They're going
animatronics
downhill.
in the 1940s were absolutely crap anyways, so...
On October 3rd of 1943, they created their first children's location called Goldie Para Diner.
What?
Goldie Para Diner. It's in fine print there.
Who's Goldie?
Where they had an animatronic talking gold bear and a gold bunny. They were specially designed suits that Allison liked to call spring lock suits. Both animatronic and suit for person to fit inside.
I thought that in the actual Fnaf lore, those things weren't made till like the 70s.
Yeah. As weeks went by, the narrator's greed grew stronger and stronger. He put up a for hire sign for Fazbear Inc. And quite a lot of people were hired that day. Weeks went by. The narrator's greed strong. Fuck!
Narrator, no, you can't do this.
On October 19th, 1943, an entertainer known as Green Jester, or his real name,
His real name is what?
It's the green guy. It's the fucking green guy.
That's his name.
Was one of those people who were able to take the job as both Goldie Para Diner and Fazbear Inc. He is a full-time working father with a loving wife and two children. A very good friend of Blonde's named Mason Vincent was a slacker. When it came to jobs. A few days after Vincent got the job at Fazbear Inc., Gron and Vincent were talking and slacking off on the job as Allison was stalking and secretly watching above in the balcony in disappointment and anger. When things don't go his way, he gets this urge to force control upon those who don't behave. Several other employees were slacking off as well, and breaks were certainly not allowed in Fazbear Inc.
No one's taken a break at the Krusty Krab since the Chum Famine of '59. Now, what were you saying?
He took a break.
Oh no.
Oh no, bro. Oh no, bro. The Freddy Fazbear. The Freddy Fazbear's hanging about the show.
Freddy
The
Fazbear
employees
shot
don't
himself.
behave have 2 chances. Break one chance, you get dragged by the other gang members behind a secret wall that lies a horrible dark secret of slavery and enforcement. Break two
That's
chances,
illegal.
you get fucked into the one of the torture suits and die from head to toe. Oh, I didn't know you could just die in your toes. As the sharp knives and needles stab every part of your body, draining your blood and organs and inside and out, using it as the power of torture suits. Well, at least I was right about that one entry.
Wait, so basically they're not using them as pizza toppings?
Should have said flashlight.
Yes, your edgy flashlight. Sharp knives and needles that. Oh, wait. Well, no. Giving them a new torturous life of pain and suffering.
I'll call my lawyers.
It's not. It's literally the same as a Springlock suit, but like edgier. Luckily for Gron and Vincent, they got a free pass to justice once. But as for the others, most of them were sent behind the wall that lies dark secrets beyond Fazbear Inc. Gron and Vincent were not aware of what lied behind this wall, or even its existence. On October 29th, 1942, Gron and Vincent were 1943 already. A little suspicious. He's a little... I don't know, Walt. This ain't been kinda sus lately. Their curiosity got out of control, and Gron and Vincent started to quietly and stealthily follow Vincent. The narrator was looking around in paranoia as if he felt like he was being watched, or
by the imposter. Dun 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 dun.
Gron's. I got hair in my throat. Gron saw the pattern he put into the brick wall, and the wall opened with a long set of stairs going down. The wall closed behind Allison. Gron and Vincent went up to the wall and implemented the same passcode their boss had put in. As well, opened the door, or they quietly walked down the stairs that was covered in dry, thick red liquid that they could only assume was blood of
No, it's red slushies.
Yeah, that's what it is.
As they got... it's a famous line! As they got to the last set of stairs, they peeked behind the wall without being seen, and saw something they'll never forget. They saw the lives of many being enslaved, whipped, beat up, and forced to work as the cries of many echo across the stairs. They were forced to worship this false idol called the torture device that they saw was under construction and being forced to work on. Good fucking god. As Gron and Vincent ran up the stairs, Allison heard the metal stairway sounds. Gron and Vincent quickly headed to floor 11, where the machine was located, and tried their best to sabotage the machine to where it would stop making torture suits built for slavery and torture. Okay. Where's the health inspector when you need him?
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
As Ron and Vincent damaged the machine, it would seem as if it stopped, but without them really realizing, they only made it worse and corrupted the AI Ron and Vincent went back to floor 11 and saw Allison standing across them with anger.
Stranger things have happened.
As Allison ran toward them, trying to kill them, Gron and Vincent ran towards the other direction where the exit was located. They left the building, locked the door, and barricaded it. The narrator... Are you gonna do narrator or Allison?
Make up your bloody mind.
You're so damn inconsistent, boy.
Pounded the door, yelling at them. And as Gron and Vincent ran away, they heard screams, the sound of blood splatter, and flesh being ripped. How do you hear that from outside? When other people be able to hear that? You real quick.
Oh no, you don't get it. There's nobody there. It's like if a tree falls in a forest and no one's around to hear it. Does it make a sound?
Just so that Alex just doesn't get it. This isn't a shitty novel. It's an operating table. And we're the surgeons.
No, we're not the surgeons. We're the patients being operated on by this stupid story.
From that day forward, they only found out they were working for a monster doing the devil's deed. No fucking shit.
Yeah, no kidding.
The narrator, however, remained alive and controlling the torturous beasts that roamed the facility of Fazbear Inc. On November 5th of 1943, 3 employees who worked at Fazbear Inc. accidentally sent off a shipment of 2 animatronics to the Golden Parrot Diner. The 2 extra suits soon arrived at the doorstep of Golden Parrot Diner, and the owner of the location was confused about the delivery and opened the package. You just send costumes in the mail, or like animatronics in the mail. It's just USPS.
Yep. You can receive animatronics in the mail. I, for some reason, can't get my copy of Metroid Prime Remastered.
Shut up! He didn't make an order and saw that the blueprints for the 2 suits were completely different. These weren't Springlock suits. There was something completely different, and he didn't know of. So, safety precautions. They put the 2 extra suits down as Golden Frankburt and Golden Kitty Fastcat.
No.
I hate that. Frankburt.
And in a hidden bunker underground where no one could find them. Except anyone working there. The suits will be checked out soon, and he said that as he closed the latch and covered it with a rug. With a fucking rug!
A rug? Seriously? Not wooden boards or some shit, but a rug?
Asshole.
Hello, we are sealing up the safe room with a rug.
The 3 employees back at Fazbear Inc. went to floor 9 out of curiosity and investigated why their boss put the floor 9 as off limits. They opened the door and heard it creaked open. There was webs and dust everywhere.
I hate dust. I don't want it building up in my home.
And in front of their 3 eyes lie 3 torture suits. The
imposter dies.
The Beast, Torture Buster, and Torture Saber, Werewolf Animatronic. Go fuck yourself.
It's a pen to write it down. Words to save this world.
The boss, narrator, Allison, stop!
Be consistent.
Checked the cams and saw the 3 employees in floor 9. The 3 employees saw meat cleavers. The 3 employees saw. The 3 employees saw meat cleavers, hooks, chains, knives, slaughter equipment. Be more specific. Dead corpses. Oh boy, that's what you've been eating. And then turned around to see Allison standing in front of them. I thought, Sean.
Oh.
Sean.
Right.
I thought I said this room was off limits. Did you really think you were gonna get away with this? It's my factory, my rules, and you can play by my rules.
You stupid son of a bitch.
One of the 3 employees said, "I'm sorry, please let us go. I have kids to feed. We won't go into this room again. We swear on our life we won't tell anyone." Allison replied with,
Well, I'll go look up something, because I want to say something instead of...
Bet on it!
Allison grabbed a rusty metal pipe off the ground and abused them with it to the point where they were bruised severely and blood running down their nose and mouth.
What is this? Like someone's fetish?
Keep your fetish away from me!
You know, I wouldn't be surprised.
He abused them with the metal rod. Oh, and the stream is glitching again because it can't handle this amount of cringe. Whoa. Guys, did you see a nutcracker glitch on the screen, or was it just me?
No, I saw it too.
Joel, did you see it?
Nuts.
Nathan, did you see it?
Nuts.
I'm blue, I've been deed, I've been died, 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 I've been deed, I've been died. I'm blue, I've been deed, I've been died, 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 I've been deed, I've been died.
The 3 employees were foolish enough to go into the 3 torture suits labeled the Slaughter Crew. Oh, you haven't been here before?
No.
And thought that they could fight back using the metal torture suits. They were wrong and failed to notice that when they couldn't move, Allison could do nothing but laugh and grin evilly. One of the 3 employees said, I'm stuck! Get us out of these things! Allison replied with,
You dumb asses! When a person enters its torture suits, it automatically deploys torture mode, meaning you're not getting out!
Hold on.
You're not getting out anywhere.
See this button here? I'm gonna press it.
Then I went to
I'm gonna
Buffalo.
watch as you die.
Very classy.
Them scream and moan my name and I want. Watch as your family loses you and wonders why you never came home for a warm meal. I watch as your family wonders why you never came back home to say goodnight to your children. Goodbye, fools. It was a shame it had to come to this. A little more. Read.
As Allison presses a button, one of the employees yell, "Damn you!" as the torture suit shoves and stabs knives and needles from head to toe, draining every bit of blood in their bodies, using it as fuel. They screamed and cried as Alice watched them die until he heard nothing more come out of their mouths. On December 23rd, 1943...
Of course, it's still 1943. Probably the only year it's set in.
Ron was going to take his wife and 2 kids to Golden Para Diner as an early Christmas celebration for the kids. Ron got into the car, and while he was buckling the seatbelt, his wife Linda yelled Gron's name, and Gron looked to see a car charging right towards them at high speed.
What?
Look out for this train!
High speed.
Crashing their car, the impact was severe, and the damage to the family was near death. Allison stepped out of his car and walked up to Gron while he was knocked up and said in his ear,
Wait, what?
"You'll learn from this and learn not to fuck with me and my business ever again." Sorry, Sean.
Wait a minute. It should say knocked out, right? Not up.
He's horny.
Moving on. Allison decided to then run away back to Fazbear Inc. and wear a new spare clothing so that evidence of him being a part of the crash wasn't there. Oh, you don't think there'd be witnesses? People that will know what you look like, you stupid fuck?
Yeah, stupid.
This is
This is poorly
stupid.
written.
No fucking shit. And this thing? Water is wet.
No, it's not though.
Then what? The neighbors then walked outside and saw the damage. Contacting 911, the ambulance soon arrived, bringing them to the emergency room. Allison saw this happen and wasn't about to allow Ron's life to go back to the way it was. So he sent one of his gang members to be a hitman and cause some more damage to Gron's life. That doesn't really make sense.
I'm sorry, we're going on. My brain can't handle anymore.
No, I'm sorry. This is none of the compared to the anything I said. This is the equivalent writing equivalent of a Star Wars sequel trilogy film.
I know what I have to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it.
Let's see it get worse.
Star Wars sequel trilogy film.
You know, believe it or not, people consider this the better part of the story. When the ambulance arrived at the hospital and got into the emergency room, the doctors were falsely called out to another patient for another doctor to take over the procedure. The gang member's hitman then entered the room disguised as a doctor. How are people gonna not notice that? Hey, this guy doesn't work here.
Hey, I don't know you.
Every man for himself. Every help they can get, whatever.
The gang member's hitman then entered the room. Wait, no. He walked up to Gron and looked at him for the longest time. He then said, "You should never become a part of Fazbear Inc. family." He then walked over to Linda's life support, stared back at Gron, then ripped the cord, shutting every bit of life Linda had left in her.
forgot how that works, but okay.
Gron saw a glimpse of this happen. He was opening his eyes and yelled,
Or Spider-Man 2 with Doc Ock. We should use the Doc Ock clip.
as he broke down in tears, seeing his life falling apart one chunk at a time. The hitman ran to Gron, knocked him up, and by hitting him across the head with his handgun.
He said it again, he wrote it again.
The hitman then snuck out of the building. The job was done. One of the real doctors returned to the room, finding the life support deactivated and called for medical attention for the patients. Immediately, several doctors then headed over to the room to assist. A day later, December 24th, it took you a fucking day to figure this shit out?
It was Christmas, man.
A day later, whatever. Gron woke from his sleep on the hospital bed. The doctors looked at him as he awoke and sighed with disappointment. One of the doctors came up to Gron and said,
Gron, we're afraid we have some bad news. We tried everything, but we tried everything we could to stabilize your wife, but she's gone. I'm sorry.
Gron right down crying as Gron got up, went towards his dead wife on the hospital bed and kissed her hand in tears. "Ah, you're kissing a corpse!" And kept whispering, "I'm sorry," to his wife and children.
And the children.
The other doctor then stood up and said, "We're going to have to send your youngest child to a foster family."
Why?
What?
He's still alive.
Wait, what?
Do the same for your oldest since he's at the age where he can make more decisions. You can't force that with the age that he's in.
What is this?
So, we just forgetting the father is still alive? That's not how foster care works, man.
That with the ages in, the youngest child then got up, hugged his father Gron, and said, "I love you, Daddy."
I get it. I get it.
Ah, the Shrek one.
To the horn.
The doctor then held the youngest child's hand and walked him to the new family he was being sent to. That fast?
That fast.
The youngest child looked back at his father as he was walking with the doctor, and he waved goodbye. "You little prick." The oldest child then made a choice. He was going to stay with his father. He loved him too much to just let him go. They were safe to return back to their home, since they are in a good enough condition to do so. So Gron, the oldest child, got into a taxi and went home.
Of course they did.
Gron then decided. Oh, I can't talk today.
I think that's a good thing.
Gron then decided to give his oldest child an early Christmas present. As the oldest child opened the presents, he looks to see the hat that Gron used to wear. A ridiculous, ridiculous. He misspelled ridiculous.
Rad dick.
You ridiculous son bitch.
As ridiculous of a present it was, he appreciated it and cherished it and smiled. Okay?
What did he get? Wait a minute. Is this a novel? Is this a story? Or is this the little baby's ice cream commercial?
And how I shine.
Red guy, we should punch this thing.
Pores are so clean and clear. I eat little babies.
Ron smiled as well. As the day turned to night, it was about time to head to bed. Gron and his son all talked up fast asleep and kisses his forehead. Gron couldn't bear to have his child see his own father in such a horrible state of condition. He didn't want his child to see his own father in so much pain, physically and mentally. So Gron wrote a little note for his son to read, and it said, "Dear Charles, Daddy won't be home for a long time. I did some things and that I did some things that I can't exactly explain to you since you're too young to understand. I'm sorry, my little one. I will be back soon. Your daddy." So I guess he just went to Costco for milk.
And never came back.
Or no, he just went pretty fast for his milk.
No, he went to a milk to get it. He went to Ohio.
Yeah, pretty much.
He went to Ohio Costco to get the milk. That's why.
Okay,
The older son, Charles, didn't know what to. They didn't know what to. The oldest son, Charles, didn't know what to do alone. He only knew so much, but he wasn't ready for this. He then stood up, realized for a second, and heard a voice in his head. Charles heard whispering all in his head. He heard a familiar voice. It all sounded like his mother. He slowly looked towards last open gift box. He slowly opened it, and the whispers grew louder and louder.
Open the box!
Tyler Hellstrom, let me tell you something. If I ever meet you, the first thing you're going to hear for how bad this is, and you've subjected me to this torture by your writing, you'll be hearing this. This will be the first thing you hear from me.
No, I mean, Connor.
Okay, Dylan, we're recording in here.
But you're not even whistling the right thing.
Yeah, I know what you're with. Anyways.
The animatronic characters here do get a bit quirky at night, but do I blame them?
Chapter 3. Meanwhile, with Gron! Ron went to meet up with his old pal Vincent at Golden Parrot Diner. I thought he quit. All he could hear were whispers in his head saying, "The prophecy," over and over again as he opened the doors. The owner came up to Gron saying, "Hey Gron, welcome back. I'm sorry to hear what happened to your wife and younger child." That child's a dick. "I really am sorry to hear this. Is there anything I could do to help you?"
Yes.
Gron replied with, "A drink, maybe?" and maybe some anvil would help. Thanks.
Anvil?
You mean Advil?
Anvil
Is that a new
kind of hat.
It's royalty-free Advil.
Gron then started hallucinating. Saw a little boy with a fedora, a blue shirt. It almost looked like him when he was little, but Gron looked closer. It was him! Gron hallucinated. Gron's hallucinated younger self grabbed his hand and led him towards the back room of Golden Parrot Diner. Vincent saw Gron acting as if he was drunk and came to help Gron snap to his senses. Vincent grabs Gron and shakes him, saying, "Gron, buddy, can you hear me?"
This Tyler guy.
My throat hurts. Gron then snaps to his senses, and his blurry vision begins to stabilize. Gron cries on Vincent's shoulder and says, "I'm sorry, Vincent. I don't know what's wrong with me." Vincent replies with, "Hey, it's a..." Started acting really strange, and I want to be sure my pal is in an A-OK position.
He's not. He just lost everything. What do you mean?
He just lost his wife? His son went to a foster family, you fucking prick! Now, shall we get a drink? You wanted... Ron nodded as they went to get a drink in the Coke dispensers at Golden... Do you mean alcohol, or...
He means cocaine.
Oh, it was actual Coke.
Coke. Yeah, they got smoke. I guess that's what Tyler's on while writing this. On their way there, Gron started having flashbacks of the car incidents. Flashed before his eyes and started hallucinating again. He sees the younger version of himself holding his hand once more, pulling him towards the back room. Gron sees the golden Frankburt suit just sitting there. We're sealing the safe room with a fucking rug. He sees the younger version of himself holding his hand once more, pulling him towards the back room. Manufacturing shipping box. Gron sees his hallucinated younger self grab meat cleavers and stab it through his own feet and hands. He hangs himself. You've already left the arm, you dick! On the wall to bleed. Gron's body moved him towards the golden Frankburt suit, and the whispers in his head saying the prophecy grew louder and louder as Gron stepped into the torture suit. Wait, is this the soap? Is this the part where he tripped on soap?
Probably. Also, my internet crashed, guys, but I'm back.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck either.
Wait, guys, I think this is the part where he was supposed to trip on soap. Did he retcon that?
Maybe he did.
Maybe he did.
I think maybe you would if you had some guy slip on a bar of fucking soap.
We'll need to retcon it because you thought it was goofy.
Why did you think of it in the first place?
Did you say goopy?
Goofy.
Okay, moving on. As Ron stepped into the torture suit of Golden... Guys,
he's probably a supporter of Goop.
As Ron stepped into the torture suit of Golden Frankburt, he looks around for a self-deploy button, and it deploys the torture mode, killing him. The suit stabs knives and needles from head to toe, draining his blood and organs, inside out for fuel. Vincent and yells Ron's name. Vincent then yells for help, and the boss and employees came to see Gron's body inside the suit. Gron then comes back to life with fuel that was provided by his flesh and blood, making him violent and aggressive, like a wild animal for prey. He growls like some sort of zombie, and then he tried to kill Vincent, but the boss and other employees pull Golden Frankburt back and shove it into a metal storage closet. As they locked it, the boss said, "We must never mention this to anyone, got it? And am I clear? Anyone? Call the fucking FBI, you piece of shit!"
Probably.
FBI, open up!
I don't think there was an FBI back then.
Right. CIA.
I don't think they existed either.
Call SPD, Special Police Deca Ranger.
Just call fucking God. I don't know.
Call Batman. Oh wait, who are you gonna call?
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
I don't think they existed either.
Well, they time travel.
Says this to Vincent and the employees in the hidden bunch. Shut up! In the hidden bunker room, they all noted and agreed there would be no way of explaining. There would be no way of explaining such an event to the police. They would probably think they were completely nuts or potentially drunk.
You have evidence right there.
You have the roaring animal of a machine right there. Vincent says, "Gron's a great person. I don't understand what's going on or why this is even happening." Right, sir. I'll be back. I'll be back.
I'll be back. Bum 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 bum.
I just have to run to Gron's house quick. Something's not right. As Vincent goes to Gron's house, he knocks on the door several times, but there is no answer. He then kicks the door and knocks it down. Oh, I see.
How original.
He then walks into the living room to see Charles, Gron's oldest son hung by a noose with slit arms and a note underneath his fedora on the floor written in blood saying, "I'm sorry, Daddy." As the weeks went by, Goldie Pear Diner started to lose more customers. Things weren't the same without Gron.
He burnt my Krabby Patty.
He burnt my fries. He burnt my shake.
It was like family in Golden Pear Diner.
Mr. Bean!
Police then discovered bloodstains in hidden bunker and then opened it up, seeing the slumped over Golden Frankburt suit lying there. They weren't gonna touch that thing, so they left it to rot.
Like Toho with a Godzilla suit.
This story is so boring, I feel like I'm being bored to sleep by it.
They were afraid it would cause damage or even become an even greater threat. Golden Pear Diner was then shut down due to the incident that occurred and the police discovered. Oh, and you thought they would be... Oh, and you thought they'd... Oh, think you are nuts or potentially drunk? The owner employees had to explain what occurred that day. The law enforcement surprisingly believed them. They can see violence in that just by looking at it. On February 2nd of 1944, we're almost at the end of World War II, guys.
Yay!
battle.
Actually, we're almost to not only the ending of the World War II, but when Captain America was frozen in the ice.
I don't give a fuck.
You don't care, he's not real.
I
Golden
know,
Paradiner
but neither
soon
is
made
this is in it.
Yeah. On February 2nd, 1944, Golden Paradiner soon made its return as Frankburt's Pizza. The owner of Golden Paradiner wanted to do something different this time around. Instead of using gold bears and bunnies, instead he wanted to use the design of Golden Frankburt and Golden Kitty Fazcat to make them not so golden. Oh. So he made designs for them in their own colors instead of bland gold color. They redesigned the suit blueprints since the owner was confused how to design them. He made the new Frankburt and Kitty Fazcat without realizing he was technically making a 40% safer torture suits. Okay. As soon as the building was prepared and repainted, Golden Paradiner made its grand reopening as Frankburt's Pizza. Sadly, the business, due to the previous incident, it didn't become that popular as it was before. The food was stale and the quality of the drinks weren't great. So a month later, on March 10th, Frankburt's Pizza was shut down.
Oh well, they tried.
Oh well, we tried.
Oh well, they tried, and guys...
Oh well, we died. In Japan! While other facilities, rival company Fazbear Inc. was making its way to the top and taking all credit, they were still continuing with their research project on the Save the Kids project. Fucking, I thought everyone was dead.
It's like some Cars for Kids bullshit.
Ever since the incident of 1943 death, the scientists were working on making something where Ally would live again and keep his organic body while at the same time to have mechanisms that give him life. The project was questionable whether it was going to well or not. But a few moments later, as they were working on Ally's revival, the mechanisms fluctuate and go haywire, making Ally come to life. But as a psychopathic humanoid that wants to tear everyone in its path alive, the scientists grappled Ally's arms to a hospital bed where he can't escape. They feared Ally is this way because something must have happened to the machine for these side effects to happen. Signals and severe... I don't think signals like that exist yet!
This is foreshadowing. Woo.
The signals and servers within Ally were linked directly to the machine, and since there was no way to fix the soul transporter without Ally, and since he's in a very aggressive, violent state, he won't help at all fixing it. So they control Ally's behavior toward his in his own path. So they had to force him into a testing chamber where he couldn't escape. Portal, or at least have a hard time escaping. Okay. On March 20th, 1944, Gilbert facility needed a night guard to take the night shift.
Right. If I didn't want to stay the first night, why would I stay any more than 5?
Why would I stay more than 2? Hello?
5 minutes.
Oh, who's the night shift guy? What's his name? Please be Japanese.
They assigned one of the scientists to take night shift to make sure nothing is taken, hacked, or damaged, or anything else inside and out. They need their facility to be safe from theft. Oh no. One of the scientists named Chai Tun.
That's not Japanese.
That's Chinese.
早上好，中国！现在我有冰淇淋，我很喜欢冰淇淋。
但是速度与激情中比冰淇淋速度与激情中我最喜欢，所以现在是音乐时间，准备。
At least it's better than Gilbert's.
That's.
Anyways,
I'm
try
not giving you the A for effort.
Lloyd to take a few mechanical equipments they had in their store for production against any harm that might come to him. Chai handed Lloyd a body armor that was mechanically used to intercom and adrenaline decreaser in case his heart rate gets too high, and a mechanical toxic mass. Chai guided Lloyd through the computer system above the office used to block hacks against anonymous hackers that might be using their tech to their advantage.
There were no computers back then. Why are they worried about hackers?
Yeah, computers didn't happen until like the 50s, and they were like giant things.
A battle armor? So we just got fallen power armor.
He gave him very vital instructions on what could in case these things were to happen. Chai even warned Lloyd that no matter what they do to prevent the hacks, they can still access patient 20, patient 48, and patient 69 systems and take control of them. Chai said, the patients would never do anything to harm anyone. They're good kids. But these hacks will still happen regardless of what we do. And you need to be prepared for these things when it does happen. Which I hope dearly it doesn't. Lloyd was guided around the office, and Chai said, "This Lloyd is your office. The only office we have is a travel pod, almost like an elevator. Only it doesn't travel up and down. It travels in a funnel pipe and goes to several different locations, whether the elevator goes up or down, left or right. It's a glass elevator. Just a glass elevator. Also, screw you. Stay in your seat and buckle up when traveling to the two other floors at all times to prevent any. Everything in this office is pretty much drilled in place so that the fan doesn't come flying right at you cause potential damage. We'll give you a call every now and then to check up on you and see if you're alright. Sometimes we make not calls since we'd most likely be off duty and asleep.
No.
You guys still here?
Yeah, I'm here. I don't know about the other two, but I'm here.
Oh, what was that? Sorry, you put me to sleep with this.
So why is it getting so boring?
I'm just trying to process the cringe and the boredom.
Around 3 a.m., he started to not seem right. He checked the retractable camera behind him and saw everything was okay. However, he's heard a beeping noise. He pulled down the ladder and climbed up the office rooftop where the computer system was located and looked at the screen and saw he was, in fact, being hacked by an anonymous hacker named...
Hacking didn't exist until the 80s.
He knew what to do. He implemented a code to block the hack that was going towards patient 20. Patient 20 woke up from his sleep, was scared on why he had no control of his own body. Patient 20 on his way towards the office and to try to kill Lloyd. Okay.
Use your spin jitsu.
To go take a test. Okay, guys, today we're calling Lockjaw at 3 p.m. So, we got Lockjaw's phone number here, and I am going to call it. I said I'm ripping someone else's video off. I don't care. But we're calling Lockjaw at 3 p.m. This is so spooky, guys. I don't know what to do. Okay, so let's call him. Give me a second. I'm kind of retarded. Hello? Hello? Is this Lockjaw? Is this Lockjaw from the Return to Freddy 7?
Yeah, it is. What do you want?
Oh my god, it's Lockjaw from hit video game The Return to Freddy 7!
Are you high?
Lockjaw, do you know Tyler Alstrom?
My boy Tyler got super cancer and passed away.
Okay, shit. So, when's the Return to Freddy's 9 coming out?
Never.
Understandable. Where do I find the animatronic strip club?
What the fuck?
Where's Frankburt's pizza? What's super cancer?
That's it, fucker. I'm coming to kill you now.
Hog! Oh my god, guys! The scary Lockjaw man is coming to kill me! But I know who gets the call now to protect me!
Your favorite paintbrush.
And we're back.
Penny.
I hope Lockjaw doesn't come and kill me just yet. Anyways,
That will not be very shibby.
Chapter 4. In America, Allison had every intention to shut Gilbert facility down, to take full-on control. Don't you mean just full control?
Yeah, that should just be full control. Like, the cringe from this is giving me diseases.
This dude needs Grammarly.
No. He tried every hack and some new ones. He created himself to hack into Gilbert Facility's KISS systems to miss the night guard. The only way he could shut them down is if a murder was involved by one of their very own creations. Oh, you don't think they shut down after you fucking murdered allegedly everyone in the facility? You dick!
That was me.
Shut up.
Cis Connor.
It would give them a bad reputation and everything would belong to Fazbear Inc. How?
Yeah, how? Yeah, it doesn't. It makes about as much sense as a marijuana packet.
Allison would get what he wanted.
In other words, this is high as the guy was high as hell writing this.
You're not very funny, Connor.
Allison. He was smoking that gas station weed when he wrote this. Therefore, he is a GST, a gas station tweaker.
Gas Station Tweaker, or GST, is someone who tokes up on gas station lush, yet gets the wrong kind of high.
Guys, shut the fuck up. Allison would get what he wanted.
He was on the Gas Station Tweaker when making this book.
Can I continue reading?
Yes, everyone shut up so we can continue.
Allison would get what he wanted when he had full control over Fairy Tale Tie, Patient 20. Allison couldn't help but to laugh. Laugh, Sean. It's like a flame just bursted inside his eyes, seeing destruction going wherever he goes. Lloyd said to patient 20, Ty, can you hear me?
Wait a minute. He forgot the second L in Lloyd.
Oh yes, it was just Lord.
Lord.
It is LLOYD.
Lloyd Garmadon.
Lloyd is the best name.
Lude said to patient 20, Ty, can you hear me? If you can, please hold back for as long as you can. Patient 20, Fairy Tale Die, replied, I'm trying, but I can't move my body. Someone's taking control of me. But please help me. I know I can do anything. Dogs, people. What the fuck? And my boxy flesh just fell over. It's a sign of it. Everyone wants to murder me in my fucking room. Lude started to panic with a K. And went back to the computer system above him. As he rebooted the system, he typed, I'm not reading that.
That says.
Luckily for Lude and patient 20, he stopped moving and blocked the hack coming from.
Can I read the system reset thing?
No.
In America! Allison said,
So, you like playing it that way, do you? How about a little toxicity to make things more exciting? From Ohio!
As Allison accesses the root console and activates the toxic breach, why do you have that? And air vents open up and release very toxic gas into the facility. Why do they just have do they have toxic generators like?
I was just gonna say.
No, it's the fart gun.
Is this Gilbert Facility or Aperture Science? I can't
Aperture Science. Oh no!
Japan!
Don't do Aperture Science.
What?
It's amateur science now.
In Japan.
Lude activated the toxic gas mask that was part of his mechanical body. You just have some power armor now?
What is this, Iron Man?
It made it just a little hard for him to breathe, but at least he wasn't prone to the toxins that were breaching into the office.
Security.
Allison then started patient 48 and patient 69 systems. They then started to move, and Allison got access into patient 20 as Load traveled to floor 3 using the office's tunnel tube traveling system. He went into floor 3's mechanical room where he would take a pill for a toxic cure. What?
And a pill for an asthma cure. I don't know.
Neurotoxin. And another pill for Fuck! I thought you were making a joke!
Detrotoxin.
As he took the 2 pills, he went back into the office and fumbled back to floor 1. Allison had looked through Gilbert facilities codes and found another test subject that was labeled "Do not access. Do not access. Cannot ask. Ask your mom." That was "Do not access" due to a specifically target lewd. Alli's system kept malfunctioning, and it made him become extremely violent and aggressive. Ally charged through the halls and crawled as fast as he could through the vents like some zombie on a hunger rampage. Hunger rampage. I'm hungry. Yum, yum, yum.
I'm very hungry.
What the fuck is going on? As Ally made it to floor 1, Lude saw the thing he once tested on. Lude could feel nothing but fear, and a shock of paranoia flow through his body and veins. Can't you just put veins in his body and veins?
I don't think you can.
Hey, what's the name of this writer again? I forgot his.
Tyler Alstrom.
Did I call him a writer?
It really makes. It really fucking makes sense.
He's a writer than I.
No, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't. But this is level writing of a 14-year-old.
Can I tell you what I'd like to do to him? At least his face.
No. This is my channel. Shut up. Ally saw Lloyd standing there in the office. He was eager to rip every bone from his body. Break every bone and rip every bone. Stop trying to be original! It never works! He was eager to rip... And as Ally charged and crawled towards the office, Lloyd quickly shut the office door and opened the security shelter hatch below the office. As the latch opens like a vault of some sort, he climbed. You forgot the B.
He forgot the B. I guess it ain't wall climbing now. It's wall climbing.
Minor spelling mistake. I win. Shut up. Could you fucking stop?
Who the fuck is eating chips?
He climbed down the ladder and closed the latch above him. He went into Gilbert Facility's subtunnel train subway system and stepped into the train. He activated the train using his ID card and the train's tunnel navigation. Then asked for a destination somewhere in 3 different other locations underground. He chose the location they pack extra supplies in crates. In other words, the storage and supply. Can't you just say only that?
This is giving me so many mental difficulties right now.
Is this?
Paid for
Wait, there's a fucking train in this place. Are you just ripping off Black Mesa?
I literally ripped.
Yes.
I don't know if he's ripping off Black Mesa,
This is literally fucking Black Mesa. Don't lie to me.
I literally ripped apart.
Rise and shine, Mr. Freeman.
I literally
tore up a.
Shut up!
A styrofoam takeout container, pretending it was his face.
Moving on.
Good lord.
Lude had felt the urge to fall asleep. His body felt weaker and weaker as the medicine started to kick in. But as the train stopped, it blew its final whistle. He had fully awoken from his urge to fall asleep. He rushed to get.
I think he dropped. I think it's fair to say that this Tyler guy dropped out of school at a young age, and what I mean by young, he dropped out of kindergarten.
Okay, I'm not gonna make fun of him. But
Well, more for me then.
He cannot fucking write. But like, how is he able to fucking work like Team Fusion 2.5 and even rip off that one's code?
That we will never know, God.
He rushed to get into the supply room where he felt more safer than ever. He ran behind the desk and lied there for several hours, hyperventilating. Oh boy, it's 6 a.m. Wait a second. If he's in some place that's as big as fucking Black Mesa, why are you scared of like fucking 3 animatronic body husks trying to hunt you down? You should be safe if it's only 3. He looked across the room to see a large kitchen. He could either just end his life here in this. What? He could either just end his life here and now, or save the company's reputation, making him die a hero. Doing so would save the kids project.
The Cool Cat Saves the Kids project.
I think he was describing the average reader of this. And also, I don't think he dropped out of kindergarten. I think he dropped out of pregnancy.
He grabbed propane tank and carried it with him until he heard loud noises.
Propane and propane accessories.
The noises went from right to left. He could feel the cold chill down his neck from all the fear that is flowing through him. Lude looked to see a handgun on a metal shelf to his right. Anything more high tech than that? You have fucking you have fucking animatronic body things and soul transferring machines in 1940.
Why not a chainsaw?
Why not a boom stick?
Crazy.
Hold on. I'm gonna be right back.
No, you're not allowed to leave.
Okay. Well, can I get something to drink? I'm dry.
No.
Okay. I suffer.
He said, "What the hell is a gun doing in this facility? I mean, I guess for situations like this, it could really come in handy. I just answered my own question. Why did you fucking write that? Why did you fucking write it like that?"
That makes absolutely no sense. I want to end myself.
I don't want to read this anymore.
Here's the thing. Okay, he didn't just drop out of pregnancy. The sperm and the egg that created him said, "Oh hell no, we ain't gonna make this work. We have no choice." Okay, very well.
The ventilation noises got louder and louder until it came to stop. Lude stood there in silence for the longest time, with his finger on the trigger, while
That's an original joke. I never came up with that before. That's quite interesting.
While the gun was pointing towards the propane tank next to it, the silence grew more and more. Silence grew more and more.
Silence is consistent and something that this guy does not have.
Lude felt as if he was gone. As Lude put the handgun to the back into his pocket, he turned around to leave right when the vent popped open and Eli lunged towards him. Lude pounced him. Lude was trying to get him off, but Eli grabbed a rusty metal pipe and jabbed it into his arms and legs, hitting him to the ground.
How do you pin a person down by the arms and legs with a single rusted pipe?
I have no clue. Lude could do nothing but tear up.
Kindergarten dropout.
Lude could do nothing but tear up and scream for his life. He quickly pointed the gun at the propane tank and shot it before he could even bleed out, missing his chance to end Eli's out-of-control life. His propane tank exploded.
Oh, yeah.
The blast radius hit the other propane tanks, destroying the storage supply room, along with
he even misspelled propane. There's no I on propane, it's Propane.
But did the place have propane accessories?
No, I don't think so.
Allison realized that Eli's signal just went offline. He stood there slowly grinning and laughing. He was.
Now, wait a minute. He left our emotional state in that misspelling of propane.
He was sick. He was sick to the head and laughed at someone killing themselves. It was a day later when the rest of the scientists arrived to go back to work when they entered the building and saw the damage that had been done. It wasn't any of their day at all. What? The police were around the time they saw the damage. They had filed a report to shut down the facility for good, along with everything contained in the building. Excuse me. Wouldn't this result in the U.S. government coming to the facility and killing everyone involved with the project? And then Gordon Freeman comes around, starts killing all the Marines and stuff, and then they leave, but as they're leaving, they try to put Gordon Freeman in a trash compactor, but then Gordon Freeman escapes and goes to a different realm, and they drop a fucking nuclear warhead on the facility. How about that, dumbass?
That actually sounds more interesting than this.
Yes, yeah, I'd agree.
Shut up, Connor. You've never played Half-Life.
I don't care. I still would think that that's better than that.
Patient 20, Fairytale Tide, was shut down as well, along with Patient 48 and Patient 69. Allison's job was done. He finally got what he wanted. Ownership, but how the fuck does your ass get ownership? Nobody knows you! Shutting down the former company, killing Lloyd and Eli. Coming along just as he plans. In America, Allison was getting older and older every year, but code Radsla kept him from ever dying. The only way he could die if he was crushed alive or stabbed in the heart. Kill yourself. Just kill yourself. Okay, you can go get your drink, Connor.
Yeah, we all still here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's Joel?
I don't know. Nathan, I just had to warn you, though. I put on a respirator because this thing was killing me.
Respirator?
Yeah, a respirator. What?
A breastfeeder?
No, I said respirator. Because this shit was killing me.
Why do you have a respirator?
Well, for one thing, spray painting, and secondly,
No, where have you been?
a crop like this.
This book literally just put me to sleep.
Get your breastfeeder off.
I don't have.
Take off your breastfeeder, Joel.
No, Connor.
That is a respirator.
Take your breastfeeder off. Chapter 5! I got Doritos. It was September 4th, 1985. Huh. And a new restaurant ran again by Fazbear Inc. recently opened up called Fredbear's Family Diner.
Now, how about this?
We're going to return to phase 2 territory now. A new owner ran the restaurant. It was Vincent. Take your respirator off.
No.
Was that the bite of 87?
The new restaurant was a success. They had many new characters to show off on the stage, such as Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy. You already had these characters. How are they new? Kitty Fastcat 2.0. Where's Kitty Fastcat 1? Where's Kitty Fastcat 1?
My ass.
Sugar, a cat, Dog the dog, and the puppet. They had the old animatronics in the back room for storage and safekeeping. The only suit that was ever left in there was old Frankburt. As the days went by, the popularity of the restaurant grew by the day. They had no one to take the night shift. But due to the popularity of the restaurant, they needed someone to take the job as security guard. Actually, felt like I was gonna throw up there.
Good thing I'm wearing the respirator now, eh?
You're just gonna throw up in your respirator, and it's just gonna go back into your throat. About a day later, on September 5th, Jefferson was hired to take the night shift. Jefferson was an alright employee. He wasn't really doing his job. Instead, he goes out of his office and plays the arcade machines while eating leftover stale pizza. Stale pizza?
Stale pizza? What the hell is that?
He's addicted to CSGO gambling.
When you play CSGO, you just say rush.
Meanwhile, with Allison, he's playing a little trip to meet an old friend's youngest son, Jackson. Jackson and Gron's youngest son that was sent to a foster family, all grown up, had a son of his own, but was in a divorce of a couple years back. Jackson could feel something rising before him. It wasn't a good feeling. Jackson was worried about the fate of him, his son Carson. Allison looked through the phone book and found Jackson's address. He knew all about Jackson just for a fucking phone book. His last name, favorite food, etc. Allison brought a gun with him. He hated Gron and his family ever so dearly. You fucked up that guy's life and now he's dead. Allison drove all the way up to his address, then walked up the steps, then knocked on the door. Jackson snapped out of his worrying daydream and was wondering who would want to knock at the door and visit him. He wasn't expecting any visitors. Jackson then opened the door to see a white fedora and red trench coat. Allison smiled menacingly.
Oh no, it's a Redditor!
Nothing really goes on there tonight except for robbery, pranks, and etc.
Smiled menacingly at Jackson, then said hello. Who may you be? Allison then introduced himself and said,
I know all about you. In fact, I knew your biological father.
Jackson was curious and wanted to know more. So in response, he led him into his home. Jackson then said, "Please do tell me more. And please make yourself at home. We have coffee, made and other things. Made coffee, made and other things." And then replied with,
Thank you, but I'm fine.
As Allison telling Jackson all about his biological father, Grom, he then said,
You and your family have left a mark in my life, and that mark has changed my life forever. And I'd like to return the favor. Yeah.
Jackson was confused until Allison pulled out a pistol and shot Jackson right in the center of his forehead. Allison chuckled and then said,
Thank you for your time and the drink, by the way. You have a lovely home.
Allison then left the house and went into the back and went back into his car, going back to Fazbear Ring. You know, Tyler, something may sound better in your head, but when you write them down into a fucking text document, stop. Carson was at school at the time, but when the school bus arrived, he came back to see his father shot, blood all over the ground, and a dented bullet shell on the ground. His fucking head was made of steel! Carson ran up to his father's corpse, hugging it in tears, then ran up to his neighbors, asking them for help, and as his father was shot, the neighbors called the police department, and sheriff went up to Jackson and hugged him. Excuse me, witnesses!
What about witnesses?
The sheriff then said, "Shh! It's going to be okay. We're here. I'll take you to the police department and we'll settle things out. Do you know where your mother is?" Carson could only reply with, "My mom and dad split apart a couple years back. We couldn't get a hold of her since." Sheriff looked at Carson with disappointment, guilt, and sorrow. The neighbor came up to the sheriff and said, "We'll take care of him." I don't know if you can trust this guy. The sheriff allowed it. Fucking weirdo. And,
I don't think the sheriff's call.
And the neighbor took him in as her own. That's not how it works, bitch.
That's not how any of this works.
I don't think you understand how society works.
A couple years have passed. It's the day of September 29th. Was that the boy of 87?
Hey guys, I think the little man said he wants to give Fredbear a big kiss. On 3, 1, 2. Was that the bite of 87?
Vincent had just found out Jefferson's night shift behavior, and it wasn't acceptable. Vincent went and then went up to the Jefferson and said, "Jefferson, we need to talk. Come with me." Jefferson was confused. Jefferson had a confused face. Jefferson had a confused look on, but he followed his manager. Anyways, hey, I got it. Vincent then took him to his office and discussed his actions during the night shift. We can't have a night shift can't have a night guard taking the night shift if you're not even going to do your job as you're told. Jefferson looked and responded, What? What are you talking about? I've been doing my job and no one's been around. Vincent laughed with sarcasm and said, Oh, really? Then why in the security tapes do I see you wandering off playing the arcade machines? Excuse me. You're taking a night shift at a pizzeria. Animatronics don't seem to be haunted just yet. What? Doesn't even seem like they're getting out.
And this is causing the screen to glitch because of how shit this story is.
Vincent laughed a Fuck. You sure you're doing your job, Jeff? Go on. I'd like to hear more about your night shift for the past couple years. Was it nice not to do your job and yet get your paycheck anyway? Jefferson gulped and started to sweat and being nervous. I'm sorry, sir. I'll do it again. Damn right you'll never do it again, because you're fired.
Pack your things. Get out of my building.
I was just...
You're fired! You know we're gonna have to print a retraction now. I haven't printed a retraction in 20 years!
You're on fire! And that's that! Jefferson stood there for a moment as he slowly left the office and closed the door. You could only sit down on the ground with his back leaned against the wall, taking out his phone and calling his wife. Hey, hon, I'm gonna be home early. No, I'll play when I get home. Yeah, love you too. Bye. As he hung up, he left work and to go back to home. Vincent felt frustration that not even one person could do his job, yet he was getting paychecks. It was day shift and families were coming in to have a great time with their kids. The animatronic band was playing. Kids' laughter was heard. It was the happiest place on earth. Why the fuck do you have a night guard?
Yeah, why is the night guard at day shift? That makes no kind of sense.
Why do you even have a night? It made Vincent smile and feel good inside. Feel the positive energy surrounding. Fuck is Fazbear, and why is he Fred? Who the fuck is masturbating?
Connor, stop jerking off. Stop jerking off to your wind post.
Get your face away from your mic, retard!
I think I did. What time is it? What time is it?
It is currently 1:55 in the morning.
I think I did. Oh, damn. I think I fell asleep like how Joel did.
But then Vincent heard a voice whispering in his head. It sounded as if a child was right next to him. Sound, but there was no one talking to him. Vincent then saw a little boy across from him, just staring at him. It looked like his best friend Gron as a child. I don't...
What?
No. He remembered because Vincent and Gron, and for all he can remember, I thought Gron was a comedian.
I don't know, Chief.
The child wore a black hat. The child wore a black a black fedora, light blue shirt, and jeans. Vincent thought this was crazy. Vincent in a child form, could it be real? Vincent, you mean Gron? Pits?
He dropped out of preschool.
It was all in his mind. The prophecy won't end until someone stops Allison. A child whispering, "Come with me, come with me." The child lended his hand towards Vincent. Then Vincent got off his chair with the blankest expression on his face, as if he was possessed, or if he saw a ghost. He couldn't control his body. It just kept moving towards the child.
How long is this going to take?
It just kept moving. He visioned Vincent, then held the child's hand over for his own. They walked down the dark corridor towards parts and service. When they got there, Vincent realized what he had been doing. It's not two senses. Back to reality. Could still see the ghost child. Then, no, please go away. When are you? Vincent then started throwing punches at the. Punching that child. Doing everything he could to make it go away. He kicked it in the gut. Punched it, threw it, abused it all over. Child abuse. It then started crying, lipping, bleeding, all the way towards the Frankburt animatronic. It was hiding to keep itself safe. As the child was crying, Frankburt? Lockjaw? Who the fuck do you think you are? Lockjaw's suit's torture mechanism activated due to the tears getting into the wire circuits. What? How did you misspell circuit? How?
I fell asleep again. That screaming woke me up.
How long is this going to take?
And blowing a fuse. The suit had a system air, and the needles went from the Lockjaw suit's torture back. Why do you have torture suit? The suit's torture mechanism activated. He was getting into the wires. The suit came out of air, and the needles went from head to toe, draining every bit of blood and organs inside out. It was fuel for the suit to have new life. The ghost child, struggling to escape, tried to headbutt his way out with the suit, but instead it just made a hole in his mouth area. The Frankburt animatronic had. Vincent's vision, the ghost boy, then went away. His way. And he realized that the ghost child he was trying to make go away wasn't a ghost child at all. It was an innocent young little boy who wore a red and blue striped shirt. Vincent!
Nathan, stop. Red and blue striped shirt. Oh no. The Virgin with rage.
Vincent stood there, staring at the dead body, tearing up in his eyes, then fell to his knees, crying, What have I done? I'm so
Committed a homicide.
sorry. Why couldn't I see that it was a real child soon? Child in your fucking office. What are you fucking doing? How am I ever going to move on from this? How are you? As Vincent was crying, they had the idea to leave the body as it was. It looked like a normal animatronic with or without the body inside. You don't think police will investigate? Vincent then left the parts and serviceware room to go back to the main room once the employees taking the day shift saw Vincent and walked up to him in concern. Boss, are you okay? Nobody asks their boss if they're okay. Especially Abaji Man. Vincent looked at him with fear and replied, yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. I'm just getting a little emotional from all the joy surrounding the restaurant, that's all. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Hey, can you put now hiring sign out the door so that we can find someone to make the night shift again? The day shift employee Nathan replied, sure thing, boss. Right when Nathan grabbed the sign from the supply closet, someone walked up to Nathan and asked the question, hey, are you hiring? I'm Conneth Kotz. By the way, Nathan replied, I'm Nathan. Nice to meet you. Also, yes, we are hiring. And would you like to apply? Fuck! Fucking stop using my name. Stop using my name. That Conneth replied with, yes, please, I'm looking for a job anyways, and this seems to be the perfect place to have a job. Nathan chuckled, yeah, this place is absolutely wonderful. You also get paid $100 a week. If you want to apply, the manager is just right over there. They pointed towards the manager's office. Conneth Kotz walked towards the manager's office to see Vincent with his head over his arm on the desk. Conneth gently knocked the door to get Vincent's attention. Vincent's head rose up. He saw a man standing in front of him. Vincent said, how may I help you? Conneth replied, I'd like to apply for a job. Is there any operating spots available? Vincent nodded and said, why yes, we desperately need a security guard to take the night shift. How's that for you? Conneth smiled and said, yes, that'd be perfect. I'll make sure that everything is safe and sound. Vincent smiled too and knew that it was the perfect guy to take the night shift. Vincent then said, alright, you're in, bud. Welcome to the family. Your shift starts at 12 a.m. Vincent then turned behind him to open a drawer with the brand new spare security guard outfits. He then handed Conneth several outfits to him and then said he has spares at home. Conneth said, thank you, sir. I won't let you down. Vincent smiled, then nodded. It was 12 a.m. the first night of Conneth's night shift as a security guard. The night was quite... The night was quite... Quiet? Don't you mean quiet?
This is quite the cringe.
All he could hear was himself breathing, the lights slightly buzzing, and the crisp air as hours passed. Shut up. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. I was getting tired. I was about to fall asleep. In the parts and service room, Frankburt came to life. At least the fuel had finally kicked in. The child possessed in a suit looked at his hands, saw that he was not human anymore, but Frankburt, but instead an animatronic. He couldn't feel anything anymore, only pain. The child was confused as his soul left the suit, only to become a ghost child, invisible to the human eye. He could anything to control anything now. He wanted to speak to someone, asking for help to let his move on. He couldn't live his life like this. You are dead!
Ladies and gentlemen, I think my brain just committed Sudoku.
Hey Nathan, I think I found this Tyler guy's theme song. May I play it?
Sans?
Chapter 6!
Oh god.
The Ghost Child, or as he's known as, the Lockjaw Child, went to possess Bonnie. Bonnie was then activated and carnival music started playing. The security guard, Conrad, woke up from his 11-second nap. 11 seconds, that's not a nap!
That's like closing my eyes and opening them again.
Yeah, I could do that.
And her music playing by itself. He stood up from his chair and said nervously, hello, who's there? Conniff then heard footsteps, multiple footsteps. The ghost child had possessed multiple animatronics, and they were moving all about. Freddy had walked horrifically towards the office, then stood there in a pair in the pair
the pair at the end of the hall.
Pair end of the hallway. Hey, Apple!
Wait.
Hey, Apple! Hey, Apple! What? Knife!
And stared horrifyingly. Conniff walked back slowly from his desk in fear and shock. Freddy stood there, staring down on his eyes as if he was a hungry black bear ready to chase down its
He's just standing there.
Patrick.
Conniff walked back slowly to his desk in fear and shock. Freddy just stood staring at... Fuck, I keep rereading the same thing because... Is this structured so horribly? Conniff's desk phone then started ringing. Conniff's hands were shaking as he slowly picked up the phone. Conniff then said, hello? The man on the other end replied,
hello. Replied the man on the other end. Hello. Welcome, buddy, to Fredbear's Family Diner.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Allison. But you can just call me Food. There's many employees that can call me behind my back. Welcome to your first night as the security guard at my beautiful strip restaurant. Yeah, restaurant. Make yourself cozy and at home. And as a gift for taking this job, we gave you a mask. We don't know if you're allergic to latex. So if you are into be toxic for something, I wouldn't put it on if I were you. Anyways, have a good night, bud. Hope you get some woman.
I hate you. The man on the other side of the phone Allison also noticed the phone guy. How many names does this guy have?
Too many.
First Allison, then the storyteller, then the boss, now phone guy. Stop!
No more.
Please,
no
Ultron, destroy the storage.
Nah, we're saving that for later. The child stopped possessing Freddy at the time, so it just looked like he was staring at Connor. Connor just looked at Freddy with fear and wore the latex Freddy mask, even though he knew he was allergic to latex. Is that how you spell it? I don't think it's how you spell it.
Latex.
He to ward off Freddy. The ghost child then possessed Freddy again to find a person to ask for help freeing him, but only saw a man with a Freddy mask. The ghost child thought it was just another display attraction.
This attraction is great. So many guys I can rape.
Honest, turned off the turned off
the mask? How the fuck do you do that?
What is this? Spider-Man turn off the dark?
Hesitating to breathe. Okay, let's read that again. Conneth turned off the mask, hesitating to breathe.
Turned off the mask? What is this? Spider-Man turn off the dark?
Speaking of musicals that are derivative of the movie and have covers of pre-existing music for the soundtrack, let's talk about the best thing in existence again.
You've heard all the memes. Some galaxy-brained son of a bitch decided Spider-Man needed a musical, okay. Then Bono wrote all the music. Then the Great Stuntmen Massacre of 2010 happened. It had a funny parody sketch on Mad.
I'm Julie Taymor. Bono and I turned Spider-Man into a Broadway musical.
It's tough.
That was you? Nice going, Brainiac.
Hey, don't blame that mess on me.
And then everyone collectively forgot about it.
This is so hard to read. As the days
Sounds like
have gone
Texas
by,
potato chips.
As the days have gone by, the child grew with anger due sleep during the night. He awakens from his eternal tomb, fuck you, known to be the Frankburt seat. It was on the third day that Conneth has worked here, and families came over with their kids. But this day was about to be a little different for everyone. One kid came over and wanted to impress his friends by looking like the cool, tough kid in town, so the kid decided to choose one of the animatronics, and then went up to Sugar the cat. His name is Sugar, and the original character's name is Candy. Did you even fucking try?
I don't think he did, because sugar is an ingredient in most candy. That's just lazy naming. They just didn't care.
Tore his hands out and damaged him. You're a tough guy. You were just destroying public property. The other adults and kids looked at him, and the blood he was spewing. And the manager called security, and his friends kicked out of the building and called up their parents. The manager walked up to them and said, "Do you have any idea what you have done? You cost me money! And have tore up most of kids' favorite animatronic! The damage is pricey! To even repair it!"
Sponge Boy Bob, I've overdosed on ketamine. I'm going to die.
I don't know, Mr. Krabs. It sounds a lot like human trafficking.
Money, 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 money.
I hate both of you. The manager had a stern expression on his face. A few days have passed, and it was the final night of the week. Things were acting up, and was about to be Connor's last night to ever work here again. What? It was when the time hit 12:45 a.m. Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and everyone else started awakening from their slumber. All because one ghost child that had died inside the How many times are you gonna fucking mention that?
I don't think he's gonna never stop mentioning it, because that's just his self-insert.
Yes.
Ooh, self-insert scary. They were angry and restless and aggressive. Conniff was more terrified than he ever was. He never told the manager or anyone else about his experience during the night shift. They'd think he was a nut job and potentially fire him. Although the manager did force a kid into an animatronic suit and killed him.
Yeah, so he wouldn't probably think you were a nut job.
No.
Or nuts are potentially drunk. That's a callback.
Yeah.
Or potentially me.
He had to strive to go through each restless night. It was worth putting up a warm meal on his kid's table. No. No, if you're gonna apply for a job that pays, according to TRTF2's newspaper, $50 a week.
What is this? 1940? Oh wait.
What is it?
No, it's supposed to be 1987 at this point.
What decade is this?
This is they did a massive time skip to 1987.
1987. Yeah, $50 a week is really bad. And illegal.
If it's to put a meal on your kid's table, that's like get a different job.
Like table scraps every day.
No, they just eat the tablecloth. No, they eat the pillow.
Oh, they just
eat
eat
their
themselves.
pillows and pretend it's a marshmallow because it's all they can afford.
No,
They-
they eat the paper.
No, they eat themselves. Starting with the little ones.
Never mind. Conniff could hear the laughter of a child flowing throughout the building. All the child had wanted is help to free his spirit. He wanted to do a But Conniff didn't know about this. All this was going through his mind was fear and death rising upon his very being. He heard stomping, growling louder and louder throughout the halls. At least it thought silence growing louder and louder.
To forget, but I always remember.
Nathan, did you take a swig of Scrumpy before starting the sentence?
Fuck you. It was 5:58 p.m.
Scrumpy.
Silence, Connor.
At least you're Scottish, at least.
And Doug was there across from him. Kitty Fazcat. There's no space in between this!
Is it Kitty Fazcat or Kitty Fazcat? Make up your damn mind, bro.
Kitty Fazcat!
I said my ex! My ex!
Kitty Fazcat, put it in my ass.
And Sugar were traveling through the vents into the office, and the rest were rampaging through the halls onward to Connor. They jumped towards Connor, and it turned 6 a.m. The animatronics just tumbled to the ground looking like soulless puppets. Connor covered his face and shook with terror. as he slowly uncovered his face and saw them all on the ground. About around 6:32, the manager and the other employees entered the building and saw the animatronics on the ground. They were here and there, scattered like a mess of Legos. These are Legos. Vincent asked, "What the hell happened?" Connor sighed, walked up to Vincent and slapped a pink slip on his... Connor sighed, walked up to Vincent and slammed a pink slip on his chest, and then walked walked out the door, slamming it shut. The other employees just looked around in shock, staring at what happened, then looked back at Vincent. Vincent was shocked, then looked at the pink slip, had say, the spleen, what
You don't mind if I read
looked
the
at what the slip had to say. It said, resignation, assigned to a new job several blocks away. Animatronics roving around at night, even attempted to get into the office. P.S. Using the mask seems to fool them and make them stay away from me. Advise that to any of your new employees. Vincent was about to say that he was nuts, but looking at what happened, he believed him. Vincent had raised enough money to expand the building and make it bigger with better animatronics with facial recognition. Therefore, the building was named from Fredbear's family diner to Freddy Fazbear.
I don't know if I've made this joke before, but when it comes to the writing and story structure,
Tyler Hellstrom, you ain't leading but two things.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants. I got news for you, pal. You ain't leading but two things right now. Jack and shit. And Jack left town.
First I killed your brother.
You killed my brother.
All for temper tantrums, always Jimmy!
Oh, don't you fucking Jimmy me. You look down on me, you piece of shit! Lightning bolts shoot from my fingertips!
Come on. We both know you're not gonna...
What chapter are we on? I lost track.
7. We're on chapter 6 now.
Nathan, we're on chapter 7. 7.
7. Chapter 7!
7.
As years went by, the newly reopened Freddy Fazbear's Pizza closed down due to bad service. Are we just going to skip over the Return of Freddy's 2 and 1? Something.
Yes, they never existed.
Where is this going? Through 2015. What a jump! And they had transferred the old Freddy Fazbear to a new location that wasn't all that pretty and low budget. Wires were poking out. There were cobwebs. The doors were broken. But it was better than nothing. The security guard, Mike, had the job at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza before. He came to apply again due to the newspaper article mentioning the animatronics being repaired and fixed. He was his best employee. He was happy for him to come back to take the job. Wait, I read that wrong. Gotta cut that.
Marker.
Vincent knew Mike. He was his best employee. He was happy for him to come back to taking his job. Vincent was getting tired of putting up with help wanted putting up. He was he take 5 million.
Marker.
Vincent knew Mike. He was his best employee. He was happy for him to come back to taking the job. Vincent was getting tired of putting up help wanted signs. Squidward. The ghost child's quest for freeing him from the constant pain and suffering remains. He had to possess the animatronics all to this day. Mike expected a decent time here and was looking forward to the better paycheck that was going to be given to him at the end of the week. He had received a phone call from Vincent, and Vincent said, "What are you doing here? Don't you have better things to do?" What are you doing here? Don't you have better things in your life? Mike knew he had received a phone call from Vincent. Take 3.
Marker.
Knew he was previous experience with Freddy Fazbear's Pizza establishments. Vincent then mentioned that I can't read tonight.
I don't think. I think this is a salvation for us.
Vincent then mentioned about hopefully there being nothing to worry about tonight. And if anything goes wrong, tomorrow morning, he'll call up mechanics to try to fix them up. I thought they were fixed already. After the phone call had ended, there was silence, all but the music box playing in the distance. Pepsi time.
Pepsi Man!
Okay,
this video was not sponsored by Pepsi in any way. We just like the taste. Yummy, yum, yum.
You crazy Iron Man!
It's not too much. In a panic, stop adding a K! Guys!
He dropped out of daycare.
Since things like this don't surprise him anymore, Ghost Child was possessing the puppet until he could finally access his tomb again. But the Ghost Child had the same strategy of communication again, only this time it was different. He went to the stage to where he would tamper with the animatronics wires and put a bit of his soul inside. They started to act up again, and Mike could only reply with, "Oh god damn it, not this shit again!"
Oh shit, here we go again.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Oh god damn it, not this shit again. It's just Mike Ehrmantraut now. Freddy wandered around. She could only go up to the camera where Mike could see her ripping her hands out. Bonnie went up to another camera where Mike could see her ripping her arm off. Oh no, Bonnie's woman moments! Foxy could only go to the office to screech with pain, calling for help.
Now I gotta pull up. Everybody dying, me included. I ain't going to jail.
Possibly, he could possibly do the fine communication, calling out for Mike's help, but all Mike could see was malfunctioning animatronics trying to get into his office. The ghost child could do nothing but curl up and cry to himself. He's doing everything he can to show Mike that his heart is torn. You wear your fucking heart on your sleeve! The mechanics had no idea what and was getting fed up with having to fix these damn animatronics from tearing themselves apart every night. But the paycheck for fixing them was worth it for the mechanics, as Mike went home for the day to prepare for the next night shift. He kept having nightmares about being in the dark, him being by himself with animatronics growing in numbers, and a ghost staring at him in the center of the room. It was the same nightmare constantly over and over again. When the final night shift arrived, Mike was
Considering, drink up your son.
Mike was considering quitting his job. Vincent had called him, and he seemed to be in a panic. Stop adding a K to panic!
Panic, panic, panic. Panicalodian.
Vincent had told Mike that about him feeling like someone was watching him, stalking him. Vincent was scared and alone. He mentioned something about a tall boy. Questioning why he wasn't there with Gron to stop her youngest son with a foster family sooner. The phone call cut to a static and hung up. Mike was worried for Vincent, and he was scared that he had died. Mike was definitely going to quit his job now. There's no manager to run the establishment anymore. The prophecy kept working its way towards the humankind. Why? Humankind. Kind of PC there. Kind of gender neutral. Guys? Joel?
Sorry, I went to sleep. The story is...
I'm sorry, the story has killed me and now I am dead.
Yeah, I'm right here.
Ooh, time skip. And it didn't really explain it in the novel, or I'm just bad at reading.
I can barely contain my
As kids, they absolutely loved going to Fazbear's Pizza. So Wilson asked Sean and Blake, "Hey guys, what do you think of running a Freddy Fazbear Pizza establishment ourselves? We could contact the owners of the company. We could run one ourselves." Sean replied, "It sounds..."
Nathan, your mic is cutting out.
Blake said, "Ourselves!" Sean replied, Well, we could go looting down the old past restaurants from decades ago. I mean, come on. There's a rumored past restaurant called Frankburt's Pizza. We could use that as the building. How are you getting that shit?
They're stealing it?
Shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up.
I want to die.
Wilson then said, "You mean use an old crummy building? Wouldn't it like fall apart like we're buying? Not if we have customers that we get paid, have it meaning more money. Therefore, we will be able for repairing the place up. Excuse me, your place would get condemned immediately." Sean said, "I like the idea. Let's go for it." As weeks went by, Blake, Sean, and Wilson saved up money to purchase the abandoned restaurant building, known to be called Frankburt's Pizza. Restaurant. It was a 2-story building. The second floor wasn't used much and was mainly an employee's lounging room to get away from work. Why would you build 2 layers into the building in the first place, Allison?
Yeah. Okay.
To make the biggest pizzeria in its town. Blake assisted to be taking the night shift in case anyone was around. Sean and Wilson split up looting several different Fazbear locations. Wouldn't you be arrested? I'm just saying. You know, these buildings are still owned by someone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the owner is some sort of drug boss or something. Wilson gave Blake a call to check up on him and said, "Hey Blake, how's it going? Oh, it's famous Five Nights at Freddy's transgender YouTuber, Zombie Wars SMT. Sean and I are out looting at the moment. Before you took the night shift, we brought in Kitty Fazcat from Frankburt's Pizza and Bonnie from Fazbear's Family Diner. I remember as a kid that there were rumors lurking around about the animatronics coming to life, but I call that bullshit." Wilson and Blake laughed at the rumors off while discussing the business that they wanted to create. Wilson then asked, "So, Blake, Sean and I were wondering if you thought any great ideas for a new establishment." Sean thought of a horror attraction, but that idea is pure shit. I thought of an idea in Disneyland. That's worse! It's different from what any previous owners of the establishment had, and it's unique for a pizzeria. Did you ever just want to? Shut up! He would add some rides, more arcade machines, shows, cotton candy, anything fantasy-ish that you can think of. Blake said, "Honestly, Wilson, for once in a long time..." Bullshit! Let's go for it! It's different, as you've said. Wilson said, "Yeah, but it may take a lot of time to repair the building, and well, I'll talk to you in 2 days. Johnny's going to call you tomorrow. See you later, Blake." Then they hung up. your building would be condemned on the fucking first day! Guys, how long does it take for a building to get condemned?
Not long.
There's probably asbestos in that building, guys.
More than likely. And mold and decay.
When hours.
Thomas getting scared at Pearl Harbor.
We're rolling.
Okay, we're back. Joel fucking fell asleep.
And he died, and now we've got Man Ray.
Nah, it's still just Joel. Okay, so basically we left off on chapter 7. Joel fell asleep. We called Sans.
Sans?
Okay, chapter 8.
Number 8, let's go.
When hours passed, Blake got more and more bored. Started playing some mobile games. Can I fucking read the dipshit?
It's my job to interrupt you.
When hours passed, Blake got more and more bored. He started playing some mobile games on his phone to get his mind off the eerie. That's not a. Is that how you spell it?
No, I've been ear-eed.
Eeriness of the building and its atmosphere. You got any games on your phone?
Ah, Raid Shadow Legends.
He was playing Garten of Banban.
He didn't like the place. Building. It felt almost as if there were really someone in the building. As Blake got
someone in the building.
Into his mobile game, the battery on his phone died. Lucky for him, he had his charger with him. Blake looked around for an outlet on a wall somewhere, and there was. As he plugged in the charger and plugged it into his phone, it didn't turn on. The place is a mess, broken, and has been worn down for years. Blake's boredom hits back at him and says, a part of me wants to explore this place, but a part of me knows something's not right. As Blake grabbed the flashlight from his back pocket, Blake then says, haha, very funny guys, leaving me alone with creepy tunes. A robotic hand then grabs Blake's leg. Blake falls over to see Bonnie grab his leg. Blake then uses the flashlight to smash Bonnie's hand off his leg. Blake tries to run towards the office. As he turns the corner, Kitty Fazcat turns around to look at him and chase towards him. Blake is surrounded by 2 animatronics, and
Looking like a
And there were only two ways to get out. Blake then runs towards Kitty Fast.
You'll never stop at one. I'll take you all on.
Well, Kitty Fazbear is running towards him. Do you want to die?
Yes, he doesn't want to be in this terrible story anymore.
As Kitty Fazbear leaps to ground, Blake slides underneath. There are only two ways to get out. Blake then runs. As Blake is running towards the office, he activates the wall to close Bonnie and Kitty out. The wall was like an invisible force field, but it codes in their system that the animatronic is not allowed to go into that area.
Oh, so it's like the Fnaf 3 thing. Error. Matey!
As Blake got back into the office, he sat down on the office chair and was ready for the night to be over with. The night has turned to day. Wilson and Sean came back calmly to see Blake asleep in the office chair. Wilson splashed a water bucket on his face and said, "Hey man, wake up! You alright there, dude?"
Alright,
Yeah, last night was the worst. Bonnie and Kitty Fazbear started chasing me and... Wait, was I dreaming? Chun said, "Dude, those rumors have probably gone into your head, and you probably started dreaming about it."
It was just a dream.
I get a dream theory.
Well, hey,
thanks for unsubscribing.
A game theory and cut.
No. Blake looked at both Sean and Wilson in confusion. Wilson said, "Oh dude, great news! Nudes! Back at Fredbear's Family Diner, we found Frankburt himself! Lockjaw! I hear knocking at my door.
I hear knocking.
I think I'm fine. We found Frankburt himself. This thing's a fucking legend. It's so vintage, old, and worn. Ugh, but it smells like shit though. We haven't figured out what it is just yet, but when we do, we're getting rid of that stench. We put him upstairs while you were asleep, along with Freddy, Foxy, and Chica, that we also brought over this morning. Blake was really hoping that whatever happened last night was a dream. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. As hours passed, the night dawned. Blake had the time to investigate the night shift again and wasn't prepared for any more disturbance that was awaiting him. Blake then said, "Maybe they're right. Maybe I was dreaming. Maybe all this rumor crap is getting to my head, causing me to have nightmares." As Blake was about to play more mobile games, Angry Birds.
Pizza time.
Ratatouille your panda.
Got to turn the finger off.
Now that his phone was all charged up and the electricity was up and running, he heard piano noises coming from upstairs. Blake froze for a moment, wondering what was causing piano noises. Blake then checked the camera feed and saw that Frankburt was not there. He was originally at. Yo, is Lockjaw playing the piano or something?
He's a jazz wizard. He's playing that jazzy piano, man.
Jazz! He was freaking out, checking all the cameras to see where Frankburt was. He was on his way downstairs to floor 1. The ghost child had returned to his eternal tomb. And now he is free to move inside his tomb. He possessed the other animatronic suits to come towards Blake, and they finally spoke at last. And hello, Blake, help me, free me.
Hello.
Blake heard the cries of the ghost child all throughout the building. It wasn't a dream after all. The piano was playing, the cries were heard, the stomping of the animatronic's feet were getting louder and louder. Blake felt trapped in his own hole of hell. His own hole of hell.
What you mean his own hell?
He just wanted all of this to go away. So he opened his second tablet and rebooted the doors, only to have full power unlocking the doors. As he locked the doors, he felt safer, until the lights went out. Blake could only hide, and he hid behind the table of the office desk and heard voices. Frankburt was getting aggressive, and you could only hear the gargling voice of moist flesh and blood coming out of his mouth.
I can't.
Blake could only breathe silently while shaking and waiting.
Marker.
Okay, he just wanted all of this to go away, so he opened his second tablet and rebooted the doors, only to have full power unlocking the doors. As he locked the doors, he felt safer, until the lights went out. Blake could only hide, and he hid behind the table of the office desk and heard voices. Frankburt was getting aggressive, and you could hear the gargling voice of moist flesh and blood coming out of his mouth.
What the fuck?
Blake could only breathe silently while shaking, waiting for the time to turn 6 a.m. You mean turn to 6 a.m.? Fuck you.
Grammar is not this man's strong suit, I can tell you that.
Blake tried to stay as quiet as he could, till the second tablet started beeping because of the system error. Frankburt and others were on the far end of the hall, and Blake freaked out while rebooting the doors as quickly as he could. Right when Frankburt was about to come back into the office, Blake locked the invisible door. Blake sighed with relief and sat down on the chair. Blake didn't feel right lying to his best friends, but he had to do what was best for the situation. Wilson then said, "If not much was going on, then why do you seem so nervous? If there's anything you want to tell us, let us know. I don't mind if you don't want to back down on this opportunity, Blake." Then Blake said, No, it's okay. I really want to help you guys with this." Wilson and Sean started to worry about Blake. Days have passed, and it was the final day. The night shifts grew more and more harder for Blake, especially with Vigo around. He was bought from a gift shop, and yet he's also like them. Blake questioned why they were shaking him they were asking him for help. I can't read. Why him?
Giving me so much pain on so much levels.
After the last night was over, it was time for giving Fazbear Fantasyland a test run. Blake didn't feel right about opening the restaurant after all that happened the past several nights. But a few hours after opening, Frankburt hugged 6 kids to death. Frankburt hugged 6 kids to death.
How does that even work?
Frankburt hugged 6 kids.
He hugs squeezes them and then
They go wheezy.
Frankburt hugged 6 kids to death. Ah!
They go.
No! The poor children! Cringe squeezed them so hard, they died!
It was called the Ugly Frankburt. He was so ugly that everyone died. The end.
The end.
Well, TRTF.
That helps at all.
The ghost child only wanted to feel love and affection again.
Yeah, love me. I'm hideous and trying to kill you. But don't worry, love me.
Love me, love me.
But instead, he only killed 6 innocent children. What is this story?
What is this?
Why would... Why?
Oh, I guess he still wants the hugging 6 fucking kids to death thing from the TRTF 3 newspaper. Oh, why did the place close? The animatronic hugged 6 kids to death.
The police are like, what?
No, what a way to fucking go!
Bro, what?
What happened was all over the news, headlines, and media. The Fazbear establishments were a laughingstock since that day. Laughingstock? 6 kids were hugged to death?
So they were all killed. Let's just laugh now.
Now comes the part where we throw Ready?
Do we call this the hug of 87?
Nah, this is like 2015. Wait.
Is it 2015?
It is the year 2015, I guess.
A hug of 2015? Is that the hug of 15?
The government shut down every single restaurant that had animatronics in it to prevent displeasing events like Fazbear Fantasy.
So they made animatronics.
Why?
Guess that's why.
Yes. As soon as you fucking make an animatronic or anything that is like an animatronic, even movie special effects, the FBI are just gonna come knock down your door and fucking kill you or something. Nah, they assassinate you on sight because animatronics sticky.
Indeed.
They then had Fazbear Fantasyland demolished with the animatronics in it as well, and the walls tumbled to the ground, and it smashed and broke most of the animatronics and even Frankburt. When Frankburt's body was smashed, it was finally freed. The ghost child's soul arose up to a better place along with 6 more souls that were laid to rest. But the prophecy still will not stop. Allison must... Oh, you remember that guy? And then the 6 other children you fucking killed?
And Allison is still around with his little
How was Allison still alive though? This was like
his Bowser juice.
Yeah, he took the codename Rodsla.
He drank the gamer fuel Bowser juice, Radzla.
90% immortality.
Allison person's still alive because, let's be real, didn't this whole thing start in the 40s? Or were they not around for that?
98%
They were around
immortality.
1942 or something.
Yeah, the real question is, how are they still alive?
Okay, A, Rod Slut, 90% immortality, and no semen.
No more silly.
That's your explanation? How does that even fucking exist?
I don't know.
Chapter 9!
It's almost over.
Finally, we're on the final chapter.
15 years later. 15 years later.
2030.
It was August 8th, 1930. Blake, Chun, and Wilson were all grown up. You saying they weren't adults running the fucking place, retard?
Oh, they were all just like 5 or something.
Blake, Chun, and Wilson, they had been roommates for quite a long time, still to that day, along with a new roommate named John, and they became close friends with the 3 guys for the past 10 years. Wilson wanted to do something good in life, and still felt bitter about them shutting down Fazbear Fantasyland 15 years ago. He then told the 3 other guys that he wanted to give children's entertainment thing one last shot. Chun was worried that and said, "But Wilson, don't you remember what happened? Frankburt hugged 6 kids to death." Frankburt hugged 6 kids to death!
How does that even work?
Frankburt hugged 6 kids!
He hugs him, squeezes him, and then...
Frankburt hugged 6 kids to death! Ah!
They go.
No! The poor children! Cringe squeezed them so hard, they died!
It was called the Ugly Frankburt. He was so ugly that everyone died. The end.
What if it happened again? What will one of us do? Or what if one of us are next? Wilson said, "Don't worry. I have high hopes that this will go well."
No.
Who wants to help? Nobody.
No one wants
Nobody, not me.
Chun looked around in concern, then put his hand in a circle. "I'm in," says Chun. He then says, "Blake, what about you?" Blake remembered that what happened 15 years ago was as a teenager, but he couldn't let it down. As Blake put his hands in the center, the 3 looked towards John. "You want to join us first, John?" "No!" That says Blake. John replied, "Hell yeah, come in! This'll be new to me, so yeah." Blake, Chun, and Wilson remembered as kids there was the very first Freddy Fazbear's Pizza restaurant that held the TV show Captain Frankburt and his scurvy crew.
It's the captain of cringe.
Go fuck yourself. As they drove up to the location that almost nobody remembers, they checked to see if the building was still there. And it was. There it was. The building that started the Freddy Fazbear's Pizza locations. The walls were still stone tiles as always. The floor was paved in marble tiles.
Wait, does it actually say Marvel?
Yeah.
Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, like...
But
like
had a
one
lot
tile's
of
Captain
gold,
America
black
and the other
smudges
tile's
everywhere,
Fantastic
assuming-
Four and then Spider-Man.
Kill yourself. But had a lot of old black smudges everywhere, assuming that the place was rotting. They were old, vintage arcade games, abandoned parts scattered everywhere. These were parts used for the TV showbiz. This whole building was a TV studio for Fazbear. There were even party tables here set for special events back in the day. Wilson then looked to Blake and asked, "You want to take the night shift again? While we contact Fazbear Inc. and City Hall to center something out with the government, with the U.S. government." What?
The government.
Well, they have to. Remember, the government destroyed everything because some kids fucking died. As if the government cares about its citizens.
I don't think they care that much.
Lol.
Wilson replied with, could say I have never imagined this could say I have never imagined it to be this complicated. Wait, never mind. To settle things out, they said they'll release a notice one last time. If we fuck up, game over.
Ass.
Okay.
Is this still chapter 8?
This is chapter 9, the last chapter.
Oh, good.
Okay, so basically
like
what we have so far.
The final chapter.
Okay, what we have so far is 6 kids got hugged to death. Animatronics are illegal. These assholes who caused that are given a one last shot by the U.S. fucking government.
Wait a minute. Animatronics are illegal? That's why we couldn't get Venom in Spider-Man 3.
Ah, fuck you.
Because of the silliness.
Blake then said, "Alright, that's understandable. I'll see you later." Wilson said, "You too! Oh, by the way, names. What should we name this location?" "I want you to choose this time, Blake." Blake smiled and replied with, how about Freddy? How about Freddy Fazzy? Freddy Fazzy!
That sounds oddly sexual.
Wait, what's he call it?
No.
Actually, it kind of does.
What does he say? I couldn't understand the word you just said. Just tell
Freddy,
me.
they're calling the place Freddy Fazzy Fun Time.
That sounds like a terrible preschool show.
Yeah, with Freddy Fazbear spewing blood everywhere. Wilson replied with, "Sounds funky and crazy. I love it. We'll see you soon. And keep you updated, Blake." Blake replied with, "I'll talk to you later." And then he hung up.
So funky and crazy. So funky and crazy. I love it. I love it. So funky and crazy. I love it. Let's call it Freddy Fazzy Fun Time.
From him, the same exact Frankburt that was on the TV show.
Not another one.
It was limping due to how old it was getting. Blake was amazed, yet creeped out by it having its own showbiz AI mindset. Logic doesn't exist. Technology doesn't exist.
No.
If anything, it was probably during the fucking 50s or something.
Yeah, imagine this AI in the 50s.
I hate everyone. As it was rumored as a kid, Since it was so old, Blake was worried that its system would malfunction and become possibly hostile towards people. You fucking think? Blake was soon to realize his theory on what he just said was true. The showbiz kitty fast kept woken from its decades of system shutdown and ran across the hall to surprise the kids. But there weren't any kids. They're all dead. Her system makes her say, "Let's surprise the kids," but instead it glitched to, "Let's just kill the kids."
What?
Let's surprise the kids. Let's surprise the kids. Let's kill the kids. That's what the AI does. That's what changes the AI. Just shut the fuck up.
This is just so not shitty.
Blake heard that she said. Blake heard what she said, and shit was going to get real for him all over again, like his teenage years. There was a strange emergency exhaust pipe to his right, and a power generator to his left, along with the holographic remote control from the barricade, and mounted on the wall. Okay, so basically, no continuity, because this fucker wants to make more excuses of why Frankburt or Lockjaw looked different, even though in the game he says they brought the old animatronic back and repaired it.
Makes as much sense as a, I don't know, tits on a nun.
It's killing my brain. Wait, what was that, Man Ray?
He checked the cans and saw a storage arcade room with boxes that say Gilbert Facility. Oh wait, that place in Japan that Godzilla crushed?
Crush it, God.
Hello, I am Mr. Beast.
Go
The
ahead.
fog is coming. The fog is coming. The fog is coming.
Oh.
The fog is coming.
I thought that you guys. Never mind.
We're almost there. We can win this. All we gotta do.
Yes.
All we have to do is your mom.
I'm back.
I'm back. How are you?
Restart.
Out of the control room ran Fairytale Sally, Fairytale Collie. As they ran towards the office, Blake pulled the lever to activate the steam exhaust to fry their circuits. Again with misspelling circuits!
It's to no, you get it? It's to fry their circus, not their circuits.
Blake then said, "How do you like that, asshole?"
Hasta la vista, baby. It's me.
Sayonara, baby.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
As the steam exhaust bursted on Collie, it reset his system, bringing them back to Act 1 of their behavior, as if they were rewinding a TV show. Blake that was really hoping for the day to be over, and his wish was granted by it turning 6 a.m. All the animatronics shut down, bringing them all back to Act 1. Blake found that interesting, but the experience was awful. It was worth every day for his best friends, though. A few days have passed, and Blake was getting the hang of their behavior and even their strategy of his own to prevent them from ever getting him. Blake stopped for a moment to hear his phone ringing in his pocket. Blake answered the phone, hearing Wilson's voice. Hey Blake! Oh my god, you're not gonna believe this! We found the golden Frankburt suit! In the hidden bunker in the rubble of Fazbear. Under the fucking rug!
Under a rug.
Under Dwayne Johnson.
I mean, it had red stains here and there, but I wouldn't worry about it. We're bringing it over tomorrow morning. Oh, one more thing. Did you know the Fazbear Fantasyland was originally called Golden Parrot Diner, then was reused as Frankburt's Pizza? Pretty cool, huh? No! Blake then said, oh, hey. Yeah, one more trouble coming in my way, I guess. Wilson said, wait, what? Oh, nothing. Don't worry about it, Wilson. I got everything under control. Wilson then said, all right, see you around, man, and please be careful. Another day passed, and it was nothing new to Blake. It felt like he was making himself happy and kept pleasing others. Blake thought, maybe I shouldn't have done this for Wilson. He's a good friend, but I'm torturing myself. Blake then heard something he had never heard before in his life. He heard a man screaming in the building. Blake was very confused and thought there was somebody else in the building with him. Blake took his flashlight to investigate the commotion. The man in the distance started growling and screaming some more. Blake heard the clanging of metal, screeching metal. As Blake walked down the hall, he saw nothing. It was quiet.
It was quit.
Quit. Fucking quit.
I quit.
Blake then turned around to go back to the office. As Blake sat down in a chair, we heard the noise again, only this time, it was louder and more aggressive. The man said,
what did this man do to
the man
you?
was drunk until he passed the hall, and Blake saw the golden Frankburt standing with drenched blood, organs, and broken, rotting pieces. It smelled really bad, to the point where Blake wanted to throw up. The golden Frankburt then yelled, there you are!
He sounded like an
that's literally written right there at clear as day. Just look.
God fucking damn.
He sounded like an insane jester. And it was. Blake was trapped, cornered in the office. The golden Frankburt then jumped towards Blake with the golden kitty grabbed Blake's body and shoved every bit of his body inside. The golden Frankburt then activated the torture device mechanism, and needles from head to toe activated. Can you fucking stop? It drained every bit of blood and organs inside out, and it was fuel for a new life. I swear to God, he's copied and pasted this like 3 times.
It's just copy paste. That's all this is.
The golden Lockjaw, Gron, then said in a graspingly, growly voice,
You're not Allison. Oh, fuck me. I guess another murder is on next my accident checklist. Wait, I know where that motherfucker is.
As Gron in the golden Frankburt suit ran out of the building, he ran towards the Fazbear Inc. where nobody has ever seen him again. What the fuck is going on?
I don't get it.
The suit was gone for good, lost in Fazbear Inc. Blake was dead in Golden Fiddy Cat's Cat. When it turned to day, Wilson, Sean, and John came back to see something they never wanted nor expected to see. Blake was dead. The Golden Frankburt suit was gone, and never to be seen again. And it spelled like thousands of rats died in one place. Wilson and the others could do nothing but go up to the dead remains of Blake and cry. 911 was called, and the investigation was put to play. One investigator named Carson, the young boy of Gron's youngest son, came up to Wilson and the two other guys saying, "I'm so sorry for your loss. I'll do everything I can to solve this case, no matter what the cost. This is nothing we'd ever seen before. So many of these deaths are linked to Fazbear Inc., and rumors have been lingering about those who get a job at Fazbear Inc. never return. It was the year of 2035. The investigator was on his way to a rip-off location called Frankburt's, which was a secret criminal institution disguised itself as a children's restaurant for laying low. But that didn't stop the...
We're selling meth in the back.
Hello, and welcome to the Los Pollos Hermanos family. My name is Gustavo, but you can call me Sus.
Excuse me, this is supposed to be the animatronic strip club!
No. No.
What are you gonna do? Rip off their entire side so you can see the metal endoscope?
Carson, he went up to the building with his gun to shoot the criminal gang down that was linked to Fazbear Inc. to end it all for good. The end.
That's it?
One fucking paragraph.
Walk cycles. This was not worth it.
Oh god.
Fuck you! I'm going to go play Tetris. Fuck.
No, you're not allowed to leave.
Oh god, this was awful.
That was awful.
That was the.
I would rather get dumped on by a calamari fish. I don't know. Yeah, it's just an octopus.
Anyway, I think I found his theme song.
Shut up. We don't care.
It's the circus song.
Just listen to this.
No, we can't have copyrighted music in the video.
Shut the fuck up.
It's on a toy guitar.
Shut
it's
up.
Time to cut the stream. Bye, everyone.
No,
Fuck
wait,
you.
wait. Oh wait, who could that be?
Oh no! It's Scary Lockjaw Man from Not So Hit video game series, The Return of Freddy 7! Oh, what am I to do?
Holy shit, he's fucking hideous! Who on this planet called Dirt can help me? Oh shit! Sans dead, and Lockjaw is still here. I know what I must do now.
And so, after the defeat of Lockjaw, Frankburt animatronic, Gravity could finally eat his banana in peace. But that is when he got a text from that dick Zombie, saying that he was being recruited into the newly reformed SSSP, since the terror of the knockoff company Fazbear Inc. still lurked in the shadows. And, with the help of Ultraman, they will save the world from the forces of cringe, thus beginning the TRTF.